Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. That evening when Sarah's message lit up my phone, I froze. A trip with my ex, don't be jealous. It wasn't just the words, it was the sheer arrogance behind them. 4 years of patience, understanding, and loyalty, all for what? I had stayed late at work, juggled bills, and tried to keep our relationship balanced, yet here she was, casually announcing a romantic getaway with the man who once shattered her heart. My chest tightened and my hands grew cold as I stared at the screen. Did she really think I would smile, wave, and let her leave for someone else? A bitter laugh escaped me. I had noticed the signs for months. The phone flipped upside down whenever I entered the room, the whispered late-night calls, the sudden excuses to stay out late. I had tried to tell myself I was imagining it, that I was overthinking. But now she had confirmed it herself, flaunting the truth without shame. She wasn't asking, she was mocking me. She expected jealousy, a desperate plea, maybe even a dramatic fight. But I wasn't going to give her the satisfaction. My fingers shook slightly as I typed back, "Don't worry. I won't be here when you get back." I hit send without hesitation, without revision, and a strange calm washed over me. For once, the power was no longer hers. I imagined her smirk fading into confusion as she read my reply. She was used to controlling every moment, keeping me wrapped around her finger, but this time was different. These words weren't a bluff, they were final. That night I packed silently. Every shirt folded, every drawer emptied carefully, leaving no trace behind. Looking around the apartment, the space we had shared, I suddenly saw the years of warning signs I had ignored. Her perfume on the couch, photos in which she smiled wider than I ever had. Everything now felt staged, artificial. By midnight my bags were in the car. My decision wasn't just anger, it was clarity. Sarah thought she had me trapped, that I would always wait for her while she played games. She had no idea that one single message had destroyed the illusion of control she thought she had. The next morning my phone blew up with texts from her. First playful, "Wait, what do you mean you won't be here?" Then confused, "Are you seriously upset? It's just a trip." And finally frantic, "Where are you? Please answer me." I didn't respond. I was already on the highway, leaving behind not just the apartment but years of compromise, the countless times I put her needs above my own. My silence said everything words ever could. I rented a modest place across town. Nothing fancy, just quiet and mine. And for the first time in years I felt light. No constant monitoring of my moods, no tiptoeing around arguments, no chasing affection that rarely appeared. Freedom had a sharp, almost bitter taste, but it was mine. 2 days later Jason, a mutual friend, called. His voice mixed disbelief and pity. "Man, Sarah is losing it everywhere. She's telling people you left her over a harmless trip. She says you overreacted." I laughed hollowly. Harmless? She went with her ex. Did she expect flowers or a begging note? Jason paused, then said something that hit me. "Honestly, everyone can see what she did. She's just embarrassed because you didn't give her the performance she wanted. You didn't beg. You didn't fight. You walked away. That's what's eating her alive." He was right. Sarah thrived on control. The chaos, the drama, the apologies, they were her tools to hold me in place. But this time I gave her no stage. I left in silence. And that silence spoke louder than any argument ever could. Later that week she showed up at my new place. I didn't let her in. Her voice, trembling at first with anger, shifted into desperation. "You can't just walk away from everything we built. It's just a trip. Don't throw us away over this." Her words felt empty. Space. Clarity. She hadn't ever needed those when she leaned on me to pay her bills, borrow my car, or cry on my shoulder. No, she only needed space when her ex came back. I listened, unshaken. This wasn't about love anymore, it was about respect. And respect, once gone, can't be reclaimed. Days turned into weeks. Her messages grew shorter, colder, bitter. "You never really loved me. You're heartless. You were just waiting for a reason to leave." They didn't hurt anymore. I could see her attempts to wound me without letting them pierce. She was unraveling. I was finally free. I threw myself into work, rebuilt routines, and rediscovered parts of myself I had lost. I returned to the gym, reconnected with friends, and even enjoyed solitary walks without having to explain myself. That simple freedom, existing without being monitored or criticized, was priceless. One evening, Jason sent me a screenshot from her social media. A photo of her with her ex, captioned about finding herself and true love never dying. But the comments weren't supportive. People questioned her choices, criticized her, even mocked her for returning to what had already failed. I didn't react. I just closed the screen and smiled. A month later she appeared at my door again. This time she wasn't angry. She was broken. Her voice trembled as she admitted the trip had been a disaster. I made a mistake. I thought he had changed, but he hasn't. You were the stable one, the one who cared. Please give me another chance. I looked at her calmly. There was a time when those words would have meant everything. Not now. I did love you, I said quietly, but love isn't enough when respect is gone. You made your choice when you got on that plane. I made mine when I walked away. Her eyes welled up with tears, but I didn't falter. That night she left and I closed the door behind her, not with anger, not with regret, but with finality. For the first time in years I wasn't chasing, fixing, or waiting. I was simply living. And that, I realized, was the sweetest victory of all. Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers.